Join me on a journey to embrace your Kavela life. Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Rachel. Welcome to your Yin practice. Today our practice is going to focus on releasing any fears you're holding within, any tension, stress, anxiety. Try to, during this next hour or so, just let go, try to relax, take this time for yourself. Our practice will begin with a 15-minute warm-up just to get the blood circulating, warm up the body, and then the rest of our practice will be a Yin practice where we will hold the poses for three to 5 minutes. So remember to always listen to your body, move at your own pace, and also, this practice, we will be moving through a meridian flow, focusing on the kidneys. So that kidney meridian begins in the pinky toe and goes underneath the arch of the foot, up the interior of the leg to the base of the spine, and then travels up through the kidneys and ends in the tongue. So it travels quite a ways. So I hope you enjoy this practice. Let's begin by coming to stand at the top of our mat. Bring the feet together. Start to feel the feet grounding into the earth. Roll the shoulders back. An option here to close the eyes or keep the gaze straight ahead. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Start to roll the shoulders back. Turn the palms out to the sides, opening up the chest, the shoulders. Connecting with the breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Start to notice the length of the breath. Maybe start to equalize, even out the inhale and the exhale. Drawing the breath deep into the lungs. Filling and expanding those big lungs with fresh oxygen, feeding the muscles, the body. And exhale, pushing out that stale used air here. Just breathing here, coming to the present moment. And let's inhale, float the arms up to the sky. Exhale, float the arms back down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale up. This time, bring the palms together. Float the hands into the heart center. Maybe take a moment to set an intention, dedication for your practice if you'd like. Inhale, let's float the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Adding on here, inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, coming to a forward fold, bend the knees. Take the fingertips down to the mat or bring the palms to the front of the legs on the shins. Inhale, roll through the spine. Float those arms up. Bring the palms together, lift and lengthen. Exhale, start to press the hips forward. Hands to heart. Inhale up. 2 more like that. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Reach to the sky. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Float the arms up. Lift and lengthen, really ground through the feet. Lift the torso out of the hips. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Adding on here, inhale up. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Right leg steps back. Left leg coming in for high plank. Holding here. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Press the heels back. Start to really draw that navel to the spine. Waking up every muscle in the body here. Breathe. Lengthen through the neck. Building heat here. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And then lower the knees, the chest, chin, coming down for baby cobra. Slide onto the belly. Point the toes. Peel the chest. Exhale, lower down. Press through, tabletop, coming onto the knees, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Lift that tailbone up to the sky. 2 breaths here. Just let the head hang. Maybe pedal the heels. Bend the knees, move the hips. Lifting that tailbone higher, let the chest drop. And let's walk the feet. Coming to the top of our mat, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Reach to the sky. Lift and lengthen, exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. So just repeating that. On the other side, inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. This time, left leg steps back. Right leg, high plank. Breathe here. Push the breath through the body. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the nose. Lower the knees, chest, chin, coming down for baby cobra on the belly. Pressing into the palms, peel the chest up, hug those elbows nice and close to the side body. Exhale, float it down. Pressing through the palms, come onto the knees, tabletop, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up to the sky, let the head drop. So find stillness here or take whatever movements you need to feel good in your downward facing dog. Start to feel the shoulders opening up, the upper back. Draw those shoulder blades down the back. And let's walk the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Float the arms up. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Adding on. Coming in for chair pose, Utkatasana. Gaze up, palms facing each other. Exhale, sit down into an imaginary chair. Make sure the knees don't go past the toes. Lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades down. Slight pelvic tilt here. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Walk, step, or float the feet. High plank. Hold here. Building that strength, that core strength. So make sure your hips aren't sinking down or lifting up. Create that beautiful straight line. And if you're ready, chaturanga, lowering down, using that upper body. Inhale, coming into upward facing dog. Exhale, roll through the feet. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Walk, step, or float the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Float the arms up. Exhale, come back into that chair pose. Bring the hands to prayer, coming into the heart center. From here, we're going to take a spinal twist. Left elbow hooks that right knee. Twisting from the belly button, twisting the rib cage. Start to center the palms on the chest. Maybe butterfly the arms. Exhale, take it back to center. Stay nice and low here. Then big inhale up. Hands to heart. Come back down, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, take a twist. Hug that right elbow over the left knee. Center the palms. Really twist that spine, gaze over the left shoulder, maybe butterfly the arms. If you did on the other side. Exhale, take it back to center. Stay low. Big inhale up. Open the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Walk, step, or float the feet. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll through the feet, down dog. Adding on here. Right leg up to the sky, coming in for 3-legged dog. Right leg floats up. Square the hips, shoulders to the ground. Level those hips, point the toe. Flex that foot, float it down to meet the right foot, left foot. Come back to that high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll through the feet, down dog. Left leg to the sky. Square those hips. Shoulders to the ground. Point that left toe. Really lengthen, extend through that left leg. Drawing the left leg out of the hip. Get a nice stretch. Flex that foot. Float it down to meet the right foot. High plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths here. So try to slowly bring those heels closer to the ground in your down dog. Lift those hips higher. Breathe, building warmth, building heat, getting that blood circulating through the body, energizing the body. And let's walk to the top of our mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Float the arms up. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Nice job. From here, let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, coming into a lateral stretch, alternate face you. Bring that left arm overhead, gaze up to the left palm. Slide the right palm down that outside of the right leg. Inhale, float the right arm up. Lift and lengthen. Exhale. Gaze up to the right palm. Pressing that right hip out. Inhale, float it up. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the lower back. Coming into standing cobra. Let the head drop back. Open the heart, open the chest to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, let the torso lie on the thighs, float the arms up. So knees are really bent here, and then once you feel comfortable, start to straighten the knees, lifting the hips up to the sky, waking up and lengthening those hamstrings. Let the head just hang. Breathe here. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then release the fingertips. Inhale, float the arms up, coming into Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Walk, step or float, high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. And let's float the knees down to the ground. Coming all the way back to extended child's pose. Coming into extended child's pose, let's drop those hips to the heels. So it's okay if the hips don't come all the way down, just let them lower gradually. If the knees are touching, great, or if the knees feel more comfortable in a wide knee, that's fine. Just Settle in here. Flatten out the palms, spread the fingers nice and wide. Let that forehead touch the ground, stimulating that third eye, the eye of intuition. Trusting yourself. Letting go of anything that no longer serves you, anything that is making you have anxiety, fear, holding you back. Just start to let it go. Maybe start to notice here where you feel tension, resistance. A lot of us have that tension and resistance in the upper back, the shoulders, the lower back, the hips. So just notice where you feel that resistance and start to draw that nice, deep, steady breath to those areas of the body. Slowing things down here. Start to walk the hands up. So moving in towards our yin practice here. I'm going to come into a toe squat. So coming slightly towards the back of your mat, tucking the toes, and then taking the hips, sitting them on the heels. So again, knees can be touching or close together or slightly wide. Let's just begin to notice the upper body. Start to stack the shoulders over the hips. Maybe if you're leaning slightly forward, begin to stack those joints. Take the palms to the thighs. Lengthen through the spine. Crown to the sky. So in this toe squat pose, we're going to be here for 2 minutes. So maybe you start to feel tension, resistance right away in the toes, or it starts to feel uncomfortable. That's all normal. As long as you're not feeling pain, recognize the difference. So in Yin, we're searching for that edge, that point of resistance, and we want to hold there. Find that edge where you are challenging yourself, but not going over the edge. Let's inhale, float the arms up. Bring the palms together. Exhale, take the hands into the heart center. Option here to keep the gaze straight ahead or close the eyes. So we have a little little bit longer here, so try to hang in there. Use your breath. So we're giving our feet a little extra love. Our feet support us, they balance us. Almost there, just a little bit longer. And you made it. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, float them down. Take the palms in front, release the toes. So let's bring the tops of the feet flat onto the mat. And just stay seated for just a minute here. Let's walk the hands out. Coming into a tabletop. Tuck the toes. Find your high plank. And if you'd like, lower down, coming into chaturanga, upward facing dog. Roll those shoulders back, opening up the chest. Lift that heart to the sky. Exhale, down dog. Let's pedal the heels. Move those feet a little bit here. And we're going to take that right foot, step it to the outside of the right hand. Then take that left foot, step it to the outside of the left hand, coming into our yogi squat malasana. Malasana, toes are turned slightly out, heels in, our yogi squat. So just do the best you can do here. Elbows are inside the knees, hands in prayer. So I'm going to turn and face you so you can see. So it doesn't matter how low you are, just do the best you can do. So we are going to stay here for about 3 minutes. So always move slowly into these postures and slowly out. Take your time, there's no rush. This posture is great for digestion. Opening up the hips. Maybe just close the eyes. During your yin practice, slowing everything down, evening the thoughts in your mind, quiet that chatter. Whenever you feel that tension, discomfort, resistance, come back to your breath. Just come back to that deep, steady breath. You hold a lot of emotions in the hips. Body likes to store that negative energy. Start to really let go here. Surrender. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Halfway there. Stay in your malasana. So in Yin, we search for that edge. We hold, then we breathe, and let the body do its magic, finding space, opening. Make sure you're lengthening through the spine. Almost there. And slowly start to bring the palms down to the ground. Move nice and slow out of your malasana, coming to stand on the feet. Walk the feet in, hips width apart here. Toes are facing forward. And we're going to come into our forward fold, dangling, maybe ragdoll here. So option here is make sure you're engaging your core. So let's just bring the body up first. Just stretch that out. We're going to come into our forward fold and hold that for a little bit. So make sure you're not bending from the lower back. You always want to hinge from the hips. Engage the core, supporting the lower back. Soften the knees. And then when you're ready, leading with the chest. So you're leading with the chest here. Coming into your forward fold. Option to bring the fingertips down to the ground. Begin to just let the head hang. Take the hands to opposite elbows. If that feels good for you, just come into this pose however you'd like. Holding here, hands grounded, hands to elbows. So you're going to start to feel a nice stretch all the way up the back of the legs. Make sure you're not holding or tensing up in the shoulders, the face, the neck. Start to let that upper body go. And if it feels good here, maybe sway from side to side and then find stillness. Wherever you are, make sure you're not holding the breath, staying with that nice, deep, steady breath. Slowly start to release. Walk the hands forward. Step the right leg back, left leg. Coming back to that high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Remember to move slow. Coming into your down dog. Let's float the knees down. And then come to seated. We're going to come into our half butterfly pose. So coming into half butterfly, taking the left knee, keeping the left knee bent. Extend that right leg out. Feel the sits bones ground here, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, float them down. Take the palms in front of you. You're going to start to come into a forward fold. So slowly start to walk the hands out, folding the chest, lowering down towards the ground. So again, take your time, no rush. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Let's slowly start to make our way back up to center. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, float them down. Let's switch legs, switch sides, bending that right knee in this time, extending the left leg. Ground your sits bones, sit up nice and tall first, lengthening through that spine. Inhale, float the arms. Exhale, float them down. Bring the palms center, start to slowly make your way into this pose, taking your time. So you might notice one side is tighter than the other. So just take your time here. There's no rush in yin. And remember, yin isn't a follow me practice. You don't have to do everything I'm doing. Make this practice your own. Listen to your body. Do what feels good for you today. Be patient with your body. If you're feeling especially tight or just the body's not feeling great, just be okay. That's just today. And if you're feeling great, feeling open, flexible, maybe go a little deeper. Challenge yourself today. Keep searching for that edge. Let's slowly start to come back up to center, walking back up onto the palms. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, float them down. From here, let's take the feet out in front, legs out in front. And just windshield wiper the legs, drop the knees over to one side, then to the opposite side. And then coming back to center, we're going to come into our shoelace pose. So let's bend that left knee, stacking the right knee on top of the left. So a lot of times this can be a little bit difficult to get into. If you'd like to try maybe coming up onto the palms and then onto that front right shin, stacking that right knee over the left, and then start to lower down, coming to sit on the sits bones here. So make sure both hips are grounded. Take the hands to the ankles. Start to walk the feet forward. And just notice the different sensations. We're getting a nice stretch in the outer hips. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe close the eyes. If you feel a lot going on right here, just stay right here. If you don't feel too much going on and you want to go a little deeper, start to come into a forward fold, folding over the thighs, bringing that forehead down to the knees. Make sure you don't tense up in the shoulders. Use that breath to go deeper. Remember, no judgment, no expectation in yoga. Just do the best you can do today. Slowly release, coming back to center. Take the palms behind you and just gonna switch legs here. So this time the right knee goes underneath and the left knee crosses over. Shift forward if it helps to get into this posture. Stacking the left knee over the right first, and then slowly make your way down. Grounding the hips, sits bones. Coming into shoelace pose. Part of our Yin practice is finding that stillness in the body and mind. So even though maybe you just don't feel totally comfortable where you're at, trust yourself. Stay here, breathe. Try to be still. Settle in. Take your time here. Go for that forward fold if you feel like you can move forward. Use that breath, that deep, steady breath as your friend. Don't hold the breath. Don't allow the body to tense up. Allow the body to go deeper, surrendering through that nice, deep, steady breath. Let's slowly start to release. Take your time, be mindful, releasing the legs. So let's come to lower onto the mat, coming onto our back. Roll through the spine. Draw the knees into the chest. You're hugging those knees in. Hug them nice and close. Bring the forehead to the knees. And then from here, float that left foot down to the ground. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Begin to press that right knee away, opening up that right hip. Take the hands, interlace the fingers, bringing them under the left thigh or in front of the left shin. So whatever feels good for you. Keep the shoulders grounded, lengthen through the neck. Maybe flex the feet, keeping the feet, the ankles active here. Should start to feel a nice stretch in that right glute. So keep drawing the legs closer to the chest, going deeper here. Relax the shoulders, the arms. Relax the jaw, the face. Let's slowly release. Releasing the hands, the arms, float that left foot down. Extend the right leg up to the sky. Float that left leg up. Then switching legs, let's bend that right knee, ground the right foot. Bending the left knee, cross the left ankle over that right knee. Start to press the left knee away, opening up that left hip this time. Then take the hands, interlace the fingers, bringing them under the right thigh or to the front on that right shin. So whatever you did on the opposite side, just repeat that. Just balancing out the body here. Keep pressing that left knee away as you start to draw the legs closer to the chest. So you should start to really feel a nice stretch in that left glute, the outside of the left thigh, the back of the left thigh. Just breathe, settle in here. Relax through the shoulders, the upper back, the lower back. Stay active in your yin posture. Go deeper, Keep searching for that edge. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale out the nose. Then slowly release the fingers, the arms. Float that right foot back down. Extend through that left leg. Float the right leg up. And just hold here. Just notice how the legs feel. Let's bend the knees, bring the knees to the chest. Hug those knees in. From here, we're going to just gently roll forward and back. So just rolling through the spine. So it should feel really good on the spine. And then when you're ready, maybe cross the ankles, roll back forward to the feet, find your high plank. Flowing through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's pedal the heels, bend the knees, move the hips. And then slowly float those knees down. Coming in for child's pose. Just let those hips drop. And floating up. Walk the knees back slightly. We're going to come into our melting heart. So shifting our attention to the chest, the shoulders, the upper back. Come into a tabletop position first, stacking the hips over the knees, shoulders over the wrists. Start to walk the palms out. Keep the hips stacked over the knees here. Keep walking the hands forward. Slowly start to melt the chest, the heart down towards the mat. Option here to bring the forehead all the way down. Or keep the gaze straight ahead, lowering down towards the chin. So take your time, don't rush into this. It's pretty intense if your shoulders are tight, if your upper back is tight. But really wonderful posture to open up that upper body. Search for that edge. Try to keep the forearms lifted, elbows off the ground if you can. slowly release out of this, moving the body forward. Let the belly drop towards the ground. Coming onto the forearms, we're going to come right into our Sphinx pose. Coming in for Sphinx pose, start to walk the elbows underneath the shoulders. Take the legs mat's width, relax through the feet. Shifting our attention to the lower back. Take any weight out of the palms. Start to press the chest forward, lengthen and lifting through the crown. Relax through the shoulders, the upper body. Let this yin posture really be all about the lower back. Try to relax through the legs, let go. Imagine there's a string attached to the front of your chest and to the crown of your head, and both are being pulled at the same time. So puff that chest forward, lift through the crown. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. From here, if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, we're going to transition into seal pose, lifting the elbows, the forearms, moving into the mid-back. Just notice where the sensations shift. And if this gets to be too much, just slowly make your way back to Sphinx pose. So just going to be here for a little bit. Breathe, stay with that nice, deep, steady breath. Let's slowly, if you're in seal, make your way down, lowering the forearms, the elbows. Take the palms outside the chest, elbows to the sky. Pressing into the palms, we're going to press into our extended child's pose, maybe wide leg. Take this extra slow. Take your time. Let those heels drop, or the hips rather, drop to the heels. Let the chest drop to the ground. slowly floating up to tabletop. And let's walk, feet in, extending the legs out in front, bending the knees. I'm going to come back to roll onto the spine. Hug those knees in. Lengthening through the neck. Extending the legs up to the sky. We're going to come into our plow pose. So, might want to shift a little bit forward here. Take your time here. Lifting the hips off the ground. Start to lower the legs behind you. So if the toes touch, maybe take that yogi toe grip. Maybe bend the knees, drawing the knees towards the ears. Maybe widen the legs. So just do the best you can do here. If your toes aren't touching, just stay where you are. Try to relax, surrender. And from here, we're going to slowly come back down, taking the hands to the lower back, the hips, rolling out. Float the legs down, nice and slow. Let's move back a little bit. Just going to take a counter pose, coming into fish pose here. Take the palms underneath the hips, the forearms underneath. Open the chest, open up the shoulders, let the head drop back. So just moving the spine in the opposite direction. Maybe point the toes. Feel really open here. Open to whatever challenges come your way. Feeling confident, strong. And slowly release. Walk the feet in, bend the knees, arms out in T. Shift the hips over to the left and then let the knees gently drop over towards the right. Gazing over to the left. And then coming over to the left, we're just windshield wipering the legs. Let those knees drop down over towards the left side. Taking a twist here. And come back to center. Extending the legs out, coming right into our final yin posture. For a 2-minute shavasana, widen the legs, mats width, open the arms up and T-palms to the sky. Just finding stillness in the body and mind here. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like, gaining all the wonderful benefits it provides. If you'd like to join me in closing out your practice, begin to bring some movement to the fingers, toes, hands, feet. Inhale the arms up overhead. Bend the knees, rolling onto your right side, coming into a fetal position, taking some nice deep breaths there. And slowly make our way back up. Coming into a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through the spine, crown to the sky. Closing out our practice with cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth for 3 breaths. Big inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank yourselves for starting your day in a positive and healthy way. May you move through your day and the days ahead, making positive, healthy decisions. Hopefully this practice leaves you feeling confident, less afraid, positive. May there always be peace in your heart, peace in your words, and peace in your mind. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.
I hope you enjoyed your journey today. If you would like to see new classes, please remember to subscribe, like, visit our website at kavelalife.com, become a member on our Patreon account. By becoming a member, it allows us to create new classes. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Kavela Life. Thank you so much. Namaste.